Hello everyone, welcome to ITLS Academy. It is a great learning platform to learn anything and everything from the comfort of your home. Let me introduce myself. I am your mentor, Gitanjali Jha. I am a content creator, storyteller, experience designer, corporate trainer, and an author. With over 15 years of cross-functional experience across leading brands like H&M, Shoppers Stop, Godrej, and Future Group, I stand at the powerful intersection of business, creativity, leadership, and entrepreneurship. My journey has been one of turning ideas into impactful stories through visual design, transformational training programs, and the written words. As a corporate trainer, mentor, and entrepreneur, I have conducted pan India workshops on soft skills, technology, leadership, and professional excellence, impacting employees and emerging leaders across the retail and service industries. I don't just train people to perform better, I help them think like leaders, act like entrepreneurs, and build careers with ownership and purpose. I have had the privilege of serving as a guest lecturer at NIFT and Vogue Institute and of contributing to non-profit education initiatives through Unnati, where I work closely with young minds to help them rise beyond limitation and circumstances. Trust me, giving back brings boundless joys to us. Alongside my corporate journey, I am also a published fiction author of two novels, F Factor and Love Arranged. Storytelling is at the heart of everything I do. It shapes how I communicate, how I train, and how I help leaders connect with people, vision, and impact. My academic foundation includes a degree in fashion technology from NIFT, an MBA from NIRM, and professional certifications in digital marketing from Google and content design, a blend that fuels both strategic leadership and creative execution. Today, I work with leaders, startups, and entrepreneurs to help them build confidence, clarity, communication power, and conscious leadership so they don't just grow businesses, they build legacy driven brands and purpose led success. So, welcome to lecture 7. We will be learning about team today, right? It is very important because we cannot do everything alone, and together everyone achieves more. So today we'll be learning about building, managing, and motivating teams. Right? No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Who said this? Henry Ford, the great entrepreneur who changed the canvas of transportation. Have you ever wondered why in some companies problems get solved quickly and things move fast despite a large workforce? And why do other organizations struggle to adapt to even the smallest changes in the market forces? The answer is teamwork. When people communicate and collaborate well in their respective teams, and when all the workers in a company act like one big team, it is easy to make progress towards business goals. But good teamwork does not start happening overnight. What makes teamwork work is team building. So, we'll be learning about team building first. If you are wondering why team building is important, we are going to dive deeper into the meaning of team building and the benefits of team building initiatives at your work. What is team building? Team building is a collective term for the activities you conduct, training you provide, and other efforts you make to help your teams build collaboration and communication skills needed to work together and meet common goals. Team collaboration is pivotal to the overall success of the team, especially in hybrid workplaces, which is the norm today. Team building activities help your employees connect and bond with each other and contribute to a good employee experience. Plus, they inspire team members to think and behave like a harmonious unit, not just separate individuals. Why team building is important? Let's understand from the figures. In a study of more than 1,700 businesses in 8 countries, BCG found that the companies that reported above average diversity on their teams also reported a 19% higher innovation revenue, which is huge, than that of companies with below average diversity. So, companies with below average diversity scores 26% innovation, whereas companies with above average diversity scores reported 45% average innovation. What does it mean for you as a bio entrepreneur? You have to be inclusive and have a diverse team members. Now we can work globally thanks to hybrid work culture, so you can hire the best talent pool across the globe. Great. People in sports practice to become strong teams. Corporate teams are no different. Just like basketball practice helps team members systematically improve a range of athletic skills, team building helps workers build skills such as collaboration, communication, and delegation, right? So, what are the three pillars of team building? Communication, trust, and collaboration, right? So, based on these three pillars, great teams are built. What are the benefits of team building? Number one is increased productivity and efficiency. Cohesive teams work better together, leading to improved performance. Better conflict resolution. Develop skills to handle disagreements constructively. Wherever there is a team, disagreements are bound to happen. But how we are resolving it without hurting others, by being respectful, right? And solving it quickly and move on to the issues which need to be focused. Development of leadership and skills. Uncover hidden talents and strengthens individual leadership potential. Positive company culture. Fosters a sense of belonging, loyalty, and appreciation, reducing stress and increasing retention. Number 5 is adaptability. Helps team become more flexible and responsive to change. When we are quickly adapt to the market, we can together move faster because market is changing every day. Why team building matters? It helps in trust building, better communication, productivity, team bonding, creativity and learning. It ensures healthy competition, acceptance of diverse culture. It includes everybody, better morale and motivation. And what is the result? The overall company culture and values is something which connect employees together. So everybody wants to work together. Everybody uplifts each other. We all are each other's cheerleaders rather than putting each other down. So when this team building culture is created and cultivated, the overall work environment becomes joyful, motivating, and everybody is able to give their right. Some real life examples of team building. Google does no meeting weeks where they occasionally implement no meeting week. This allows employees to engage in team building activities and collaborative projects without the distraction of scheduled meetings. Otherwise, what happens when we plan team building activities? Everybody does not get involved. So, give your employees schedule accordingly their work so that they can be part of team building activities, employee engagement programs where they go out and just focus on that moment, right? JAPAS Cultural Camp. JAPAS provides a unique culture camp for new employees. What they do, the concentration of this camp is to foster team unity and integrate them into organization principles and culture from the start, right? So, your induction program has to be very, very well planned so that people are connected to your story from the beginning, right? So they talk in one language, right? Work together as team. And most of the organizations do outdoor retreats where they arrange outdoor getaways where employees engage in different tasks, includes activities such as hiking, navigating through rope courses, and setting up tents to foster trust and enhance collaboration, right? So remember, as children we all used to play together, right? Similarly, play is equally important as work. So get that playful side out of your employees, help them build together, play together, work as a team, and then they are going to work together as in work projects as well. Now, these are some tips to build a strong management team. Decide on types of management team. Okay, as a startup, you can focus on lean management system, or if you want, you can have a bigger team if you have the right investment. Establish diverse skill sets and experience when you are building your management team. See that all the skill sets are there, be it with your HR leader, be it with your salesperson, be it your research head, be it your CEO, so that your management team is very strong. Ensure clear vision and shared goals. They should understand your company's vibe so that they can communicate it to their respective team. Make effective communication. Communication is the key. Without this, there will be lots of misunderstanding, miscommunication, and ambiguity. Strong leadership skills, right? We learned about leaders in our previous slides. So these skills have to be there in your management team. Promote dedication to professional development. They have to be dedicated to the cause, understand why we are doing what is the benefit, see bigger picture, and help their team see the bigger picture, so they all know that what all their efforts are, where they are going to go. Cultivate a positive work culture by team building exercises, creating a environment of trust and loyalty. Encourage adaptability and flexibility. In research field, every day there is a new finding, so how flexible you are, how quickly you can adapt to changes, right? And ensure succession planning. Nothing is permanent, change is the only constant, so have your succession plan ready to cope better. Now, let's learn about team management. We learned how team can be built. Let's learn to manage it. Managing a great team involves clear goals, open communication, consistent support, and recognizing achievements, focusing on empowering individuals through effective delegation, skill development, and fostering a positive collaborative culture where leaders serve and guide rather than just command. In the beginning, we learned that what is the one quality that leader has to have. They should be willing to serve to boost motivation and activity, right? These are few key strategies for managing team. Number one is set clear goals and expectations. Define team objectives, roles, and responsibilities so everyone knows what success looks like. They should know what they are going to achieve. Goals should be very clear. What are the expectations from the team? What are the individual expectations, right? And how you are going to reward the performance. Communicate openly and transparently. Always be open and transparent. Set the open cabin policy, no closed doors these days, right? Foster an environment where ideas, concerns, and feedbacks flow freely, using regular check-ins and clear directions to avoid confusion. Delegate effectively. As a leader, as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, there are hundreds of works. You have to learn to delegate, okay? Assign tasks based on individual strengths, empowering team members and showing trust in their abilities, right? Provide regular feedbacks and recognition. Give construction feedbacks often and celebrate success to motivate and improve performance. Invest in their development, right? Training and resource to build skills and help them overcome challenges, right? Now, a company is as good as the people it keeps. That is the importance of team building and management. Lead by example, right? Demonstrate the work ethic, consistency, and positive attitude you expect from your team. Your team is going to do what you are doing. So don't get laid back. Okay, I am the owner, I am the investor. No. If you are not passionate, your team is never going to be passionate, right? Foster collaboration and support. Encourage teamwork and ensure team members have the tools and support to succeed. You have to give all the support to them. You have to understand their life challenges. You have to give work-life balances so that they can give their best to you. Build trust and accountability. Be consistent, fair, and set healthy boundaries to create reliable and accountable environment. So it has to be consistent. People should trust you. Promote well-being and balance. Avoid burnout by ensuring a positive work-life balance, adding humor when appropriate, right? So how do you ensure that there is a positive work-life balance? Because at the end of the day, we all are working to enhance our life, right? So don't just manage. Don't think that yes, I am the leader, so people will automatically follow me. No, you have to serve first, right? See examples of uh, Tata, who build their employees, who choose to take a smaller cabin so that other can get the bigger and better cabin. So that is the real leadership. The nice thing about teamwork is that you always have others on your side. So what can be better than this? Now, how do you motivate your team? Motivating a great team involves a multifaceted approach focusing on clear vision and goals, recognition and appreciation, growth opportunities, autonomy and empowerment, open communication and a positive environment, ensuring team members feel valued, understand the impact and are supported in their development, moving beyond just praise to genuine affirmation and tailored strategies, right? So we have built a great team. Now we have learned to manage them. Now we have to motivate them every day to help them be their best. So if our team is motivated, they all are going to give their best, right? One of the important tools for motivating team is affirmations. Affirmations are magical. What are affirmations? These are powerful statements that encourage individuals to believe in their abilities, strengths, and worths. For example, your strategic approach to analyzing the problem and ability to bring people together to find a solution was instrumental to our winning the business. So this is very, very specific how that particular team member helped you win the business. Just saying good job, great job is not enough, right? You have to be very, very specific so that people know, okay, I did that particular action and it helped my team. So they will repeat that particular action just by saying, oh, you are doing great. Means what? Even if I am eating slowly, it is great. Even if I am laughing, it is great. No. What was so great about them, right? Affirmations say, I see you in a way that general praise never will. They are more motivating and effective than praise because affirmations are personalized and specific and make it clear what the person has done to deserve the praise, right? The thing about affirmation is it is not about you. It is about the person you are motivating. So always think about you. Use less I, more you. That's why it does not include the word I, and it does emphasize the specific skills and capabilities that your team members have displayed and the impact. Always remember, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time, right? Said by whom? In Thomas Edison. So he did 1000 experiments to get one result. And when people said you wasted so much effort, he was very positive. No, I learned 999 ways how not to do it. So that has to be the spirit to motivate your team. Okay. Now, time to explore this very interesting topic further. Explore the stories of top 5 global biotechnology leaders, how they have built a great team, how they are constantly managing them and motivating them. Learn from them and motivate your team. Stay motivated so that you can motivate others. Based on your today's learning, what will be the USP of your startup? What will be its story? How you will define its values, mission and vision. Follow us on social media, Insta, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp and LinkedIn. Subscribe to our channel to get more related articles and keep learning. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, share and subscribe. You can call us at our helpline number, and if you have any doubts, you can also comment in the comment section. Have a great day. I'll see you soon with next video.